guys, I hope that everyone is having a super fabulous day today. In this week's video, I want to cover something that we get questions often. We get a lot of different feedback from people all over the place asking about bird behavior. So this is something that right now at this time of year, and it is just into February, this is something that we get the feedback on all the time, something that we're experiencing right now, and we're going through with some of our parrots, and that is bird hormones. Oh, I'm sorry about that, little guy. Didn't mean to scare you. Let's talk a little bit about the different seasons for bird hormone behavior. So we have a little bit of a bird hormone spike in the spring. We have a milder version of that in the fall. And then around this time of year, this is the time of year when birds are going to want to mate. So when you're working with your bird, you want to make sure that you are developing a good relationship, a solid relationship with your bird, and that you are not crossing any boundaries. So that can be kind of something that's a little bit more difficult. You do have to know how to read different birds and read their body language and be able to develop that good relationship without it going to the next level. So tell me if this sounds like you. You've got a bird, you've got what you think is a good relationship with your bird. They're super cuddly, they like to spend time with you, and all of a sudden, overnight, everything changes. And your bird is biting, they're acting out, they're being aggressive. Well, that is a sign of bird hormones. One of the cardinal rules with birds when you're working with any bird, whether it is a conure, whether it is a macaw or an Amazon or a cockatoo, you want to make sure throughout the year that you're not sending the wrong signals to your bird. Wrong signals for your bird include things like touching under the wings, touching on the back, petting down the back, and being very touchy-feely with your bird. That's gonna spike up their hormones, and they're gonna start thinking of you as a mate. And you can be a mate, but you can't be a mate to a bird. To help with this, we're gonna go over the basic anatomy of a parrot. First, you have the bitey, eaty thing just on the front of the face there. Slightly below that, you have a fluffy do not touch zone. The belly is off limits. Then you have the perching, scratching, holding, steppy thingy. On the back of the head is a fluffy good to touch zone. Slightly below that is the fluffy and tempting but don't touch it zone. And then there's the fluffy, flighty, don't touch zone on the wings. And the beautiful, long, fluffy, don't touch zone of the tail. And lastly, there's the definitely do not touch here zone, which includes the butt. Oh, thanks, little clownfish, for the reminder. I'm going to show you guys a couple of different things that happens because our birds at the rescue are going through this right now. Their hormones are going absolutely crazy. And there are things that you can do year-round to prevent aggressive behavior during hormone season. So I'm going to take you down to the rescue and I'm going to show you a couple of things. So I want to show you guys some wild birds just so that you can see kind of what I'm talking about with the reactions. So now these two guys clearly in love with each other. They're doing a lot of regurgitating and a lot of fluffing their feathers, and that's kind of one of the things they do in the wild. Same thing with these guys. These guys are regurgitating for each other. They're totally excited about being next to each other. Now here is a different behavior that we see of kind of being fluffy and fluffing the wings and trying to get attention of the other bird, who it looks like from this video is not too keen on the other bird, kind of trying to invade its space. But nevertheless, that macaw is trying to get attention. Now, I can tell you guys that birds in the wild typically don't preen each other's feathers unless there's a lot of heavy hormonal behavior going on. So now it's happening with these guys as well. They're touching the other one's butt, they're kind of preening, and that butt is way up in the air while the other bird is preening. And then you've got these little guys. Woo! Hormone behavior. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm so embarrassed. So this is Nikki, one of the birds at the rescue right now, and some seemingly harmless behavior of lightly preening my hair is going to very quickly turn into some bad hormonal behavior with Nikki. So see how he is fluffing his head up right now, and before you know it, Nikki is rubbing his little tail on me. So this is something that I do not recommend that you guys let your birds do, and we have been working on that behavior with Nikki. Now, it's not becoming any more escalated than just the tail rubbing, so he's not fluffing up his entire body, he's not trying to wiggle his tail back and forth, but the slight wiggling that he's doing can definitely lead to some behavior problems in the future if we don't try to stop it. So this is Rosie. She is another one of the birds at the rescue right now. We've actually been training with her for a very long time. She's been with us for a while at the rescue. But I want you to kind of notice when we are looking at this video of Rosie, she's dipping her head down. She's kind of fluffing herself up. She's definitely hunkering down into her food dish, and she's trying to do a little bit of regurgitating. So Rosie and I have a really close bond, but it's getting to the point where it's going a little bit too far. So when she's acting like this, and you can see there's a slight lift of the tail if you're paying attention there. I know the camera angle is bad, but I avoid Rosie when she is acting like this because I don't want to encourage that type of hormonal behavior, because things like that are natural for a bird to do, but they can't be a mate with us. So I pretty much left Rosie to be for the rest of the day just because she was a little hormonal. I did let her out of the cage and I enticed her back into the cage with a nut, but I kind of let her do her own thing so that I was making sure not to send the wrong signals. Now you can still do head scritchies, but that's where the behavior should end. I'm going to show you guys a couple of bird bites, really bad bites that we have gotten messages and pictures for birds who are going through this time of year, who are being really hormonal, and what those bites can look like. So these bites are actually from an Amazon, and I will tell you, I have an Amazon, and my Amazon is just the same as any other Amazon. If you push his buttons, if you do anything that makes him think that he's not in his own world and he doesn't control everything, he lashes out. That's just who he is. So I've learned to read the signs, back off when I'm not welcome, and then when he wants to spend time with me, I'll go and spend time with him. If you're not having luck with your bird and they're exhibiting these hormonal behaviors and they're just not stopping, it is okay to leave your bird alone. You can still talk to your bird, you can still do training exercises with your bird, but as soon as you notice that hormonal behavior, you want to take away from that. You want to discourage that. Again, birds operate on positive reinforcement. So if you're acknowledging behavior like that, and if you're doing something actively about behavior like that, it's going to continue. Really, the best thing is just to put your bird back on its cage or in its cage and just let it have some time to itself. So here's your nutshell. No touching on the back. No touching under the wings. No touching on the belly. No tickle, tickle, tickle. Only stick to the head, scritchies, not petting, and the feet. Thank you so much for watching today, and I just wanted to let you guys know that if you ever have any questions about your bird's behavior, your bird's diet, doing training, working with your bird, building trust and building a good relationship, we are always here for you. You can reach out to us on our Facebook page, you can send us an email, and you can also pop on our website and send us a contact form. We're always here to help you and happy to do so.